Short and English condensation. In Tryst with Destiny, Amartya Sen refers to the historic speech delivered by Jawaharlal Nehru in the dawn of Indian independence on 15th August 1947 in the occasion of the 15th anniversary of Indian independence. Sen refers to critically assess India's all-round growth. He split the evaluation into three categories: practice of democracy, removal of social inequality and backwardness, and achievement of economic progress and equity. There are reasons for satisfaction in the first area. Systematic elections have continued to happen regularly with reasonable fairness, but in the field of educational progress and equity, educational progress has been remarkably uneven. Even though India has many university educated persons than China, China has made remarkable progress towards universal literacy, while India is still far behind. Inequalities between women and men in economic and social opportunities and in health care remain quite large. In case of economic progress, India's economic expansion was particularly slow before 1980s. After 1980s, India has done comparatively better in GDP and GNP production and also in terms of reduction of poverty. The economic reform introduced in 1992 led to liberalization and freeing of international trade. This has greatly added to business opportunities in India. Liberalization helped Indian entrepreneurs to seek global trade. India's economic growth rate increased from 3 to 5 to 8%. India can be compared with China, and India can learn from China. Making good use of global trade opportunities is the lesson that China offers to India. To eradicate poverty and to improve the economic growth, India should emphasize on international trade and make fine use of the global market mechanism. We should also ensure broad democratic participation, as India has certainly benefited from democracy. The remedy for many of the central failures of Indian society is linked to broadening the force and range of political argument and social demands. It is not enough to continue to have systematic elections to safeguard political liberties and civil rights, to guarantee free speech and open media, nor is it adequate to eliminate famine or to reduce the lead of China in longevity and survival. A more vigorous and vocal use of democratic participation can do much more India that it has already achieved.